Hi, welcome to Meadow Hall in Meadow Event Park in Doswell, Virginia. You're in the heart of the home with Chef John Maxwell. And today we're going to play with some classic Virginia products. And we're going to make arroz con pollo. Oh, I know that's not a Virginia recipe, but it uses a lot of Virginia products. So we're going to make a chicken and rice in a Spanish or Caribbean style. Not a hot one. There's not any hot peppers in here, but it's going to be really tasty. So we're going to start by getting our cast iron skillet good and hot. I'm going to take the chicken, and I've got this parts that I cut from a whole chicken. That's the least expensive, the most economical way to buy chicken is to buy a whole chicken and then cut the parts down from it. But I don't want to take the time in the show to show you how to do that. If you want to go to my website, there's a video on how to fabricate a chicken. You're welcome to get that. Now I've got my secret spice. The actual ingredients in here are available on the website, so you can go up there and look and see how much of each. And there's some cayenne pepper, some black pepper. Just gonna roll this around, let it set for a minute. Add my oil to the pan. You get the pan hot, add the oil to the hot pan, and then we're going to add the food to that. So, and all we want to do here is brown these chicken pieces. We don't want to rush putting the chicken in there because the cold chicken going into the hot oil will lower the temperature of the oil. So we want to just kind of be deliberate about this. All right, so we're going to let that brown a little bit. It's going to take 5 minutes or so. Okay, this has started to brown. I know it's started to brown because it's not stuck. All right, I can look and see it's done. I'm going to take it out of the pan now, but first thing I'm going to do is reduce the heat in the pan, because as soon as I take this chicken out, which still has a cold center, the hot pan is going to get really, really hot very, very fast. So I don't want that to happen. So out comes the chicken. I'm putting it in this side pan for now. Now I'm going to add garlic here. Can't have a decent arroz con pollo without garlic. Let that spin around there. Start to brown off a little bit. Now I'm going to add the onions. And if you're interested in exactly how many onions, just go to the website. The recipe is up there with all the list of ingredients. Okay, these are starting to brown off nice. I'm going to add rice. And I'm going to stir that around so that all the rice gets coated nicely. And once it gets to that point, we're going to add our peppers, 2 kinds, red and green. So now that we've got all that rice coated, browned, the vegetables are starting to soften nicely. I'm going to add some tomatoes. And I'm just using canned diced tomatoes. I'm not going to add the juice though, just going to add the tomatoes. All right. And I'm going to add some chicken stock to cook the rice. Now, we don't have to wait for the rice to cook to add our chicken back in. So we're going to let that come up to a boil, and then as soon as it comes back up to a boil, we're going to add the chicken. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to it. And a little bit of black pepper. Not too much because it's got some back of the throat heat already. All right. Now that that's working, I'm going to take the chicken pieces and just lay them around on this. get them in there so that they're sitting on the rice. All right. And now it just needs to cook. So we're just going to let it sit there and simmer. It's going to take about 15 or 20 minutes. Okay, well, it looks like we're just about there. The chicken looks cooked. The vegetables are nice and still colorful. The rice is bubbling up here. Looks like it's about done. So I'm going to get ready here and cut some garnish. I'm going to mince a few of these chives I got out of my garden this morning. We'll sprinkle that over the top of it. Then I'm going to take a couple of these this parsley, put it in the top, and there we go. Arroz con pollo, Caribbean style. Gonna give you a little heat in the back of the throat and a warm feeling in your tummy. Every week we make recipes using great Virginia-grown food. We make them in our kitchen so you can make them in your kitchen. Join us next week on Heart of the Home when we get to play with more great Virginia food.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on Chef Maxwell's website, chefjohnmaxwell.com.